Hi, we're live, and I'm Philip Lee, and I'm with the Sioux County Community College Marketing and Public Relations Office, and I'm here today with Business and Industry, and I'm here with Norma Jean Dodge, who is Director of Business and Industry, and Sarah Thompson, Program Coordinator at Business and Industry. How are you guys today?
Great.
Very well, thank you.
Good. Well, I'm glad you guys could join us. We're starting a whole new semester, a whole new year, and I'm sure that you guys have a lot of programs and a lot of things to do. But first, I want to sort of touch base and let hear our audience to let them know exactly what business industry is all about. I mean, they're just the name itself just sort of sounds very I don't know, very business oriented, I guess, for lack of a better term. And I guess it's right, but you guys are much more than that. And so, why don't Norma Jean, you sort of tell us a little bit about what your department does?
Sure. Definitely, we are business and community oriented. That's how I would like to people to see our office. We do a lot of non-credit professional development and community enrichment courses in our office. And what's that mean? Classes that will help a business with their employees, whether to brush up on their skills or maybe skills that they do not have at that time and they want to make sure that they have them, whether it's on computers or supervisor training or safety training, any type of training like that on the professional development side. And then Sarah does community enrichment, which could be anything from cake decorating to cookie decorating, welding, you name it. If the community asks, hey, can we do this type of class? If it's a hobby type class, Sarah usually offers those, and she also works a lot with some of the youth classes as well with Kids College and ACT Prep. So you'll see a variety of things coming out of our office, Phil, but in addition to training, we are also our business liaison. We connect our businesses to our faculty and our students. If they're looking to hire students as soon as they get out, or if they're looking for internships, we do partner with them with that. And we do also career fairs, and then also a big event called the Career Tech Expo. So there's just a variety of things our office does. And when we go out and talk to people in the community, we also tell them when I use that word liaison, if they do not know who to talk to on campus, just give us a call, and we usually try to connect them, even if it's not our office. We want to make sure that we are connecting our employers or the community to who they need to speak to on campus.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and you sort of touched on this word community. I think that we think for, as I said, business and industry, we think of a lot of technical career and working with the businesses in town. But actually, you guys do so much more, like you sort of said, is that you do actually a lot of school stuff, a lot of college prep stuff, do a lot of career stuff, but you also do a lot of community enrichment stuff as well. Personal enrichment, which I know that over the last couple of years, you've tried to do more and more of that, especially with things that sort of comes out as kids college, which I know is constantly a big deal. Unfortunately, though, due to COVID, we haven't had a chance. We missed it last year, and I know that a lot of people, I'm sure you did too, a lot of parents were just really disappointed and saddened by that. Hopefully this year, as we go forward, I know that you guys are already planning for it. Hopefully we've got our fingers crossed that that'll go forward this year.
Yes, definitely. Everything in our office, we go as we're going to have it. And a lot of it is pending COVID, as you mentioned. So Sarah and I visited, and we do have dates for Kids College already. Sarah, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's July 19th through the 22nd. So those dates you could pin down. And typically Kids College is just half a day. We start at 8 o'clock, and then it goes till 12:15. And then Sarah has a big community type event the last day to come see everything they've learned. And then we wrap it up with some kind of event. I'm not sure if we're going to continue to do what we've done in the past. We haven't gotten that far in our planning, but in the past we've done a pizza and pool party. But we've also, last year we were exploring different things to do. So I don't know, Sarah, it's all kind of in her brain what she wants to do, and we'll definitely visit about that. And if the community has ideas, because one of the other things Sarah and I talked about is maybe we have advisory boards for a lot of things on campus. And one of the things Sarah and I talked about is maybe doing a Kids College advisory board, and which would probably be Zoom, maybe with some kids, and kind of say, hey, what are some things you'd like to see us offer this summer? That worked really well. We did that a long time ago, and it worked well getting other perspectives of what kids would like to see offered, because we want to make sure that we're offering things that they want to come to.
I think it's also important too is that we also need people to actually teach the courses as well. I think that's also a big thing. While like we have all these great ideas, but the whole thing here is try to apply them and get the instructors to do that. So at sort of like the opposite side is that like while I'm sure that you want all these great ideas, you also want to have if anyone out there or the instructors who are interested in teaching these classes, they should certainly get in touch with you guys as well.
Definitely.
Yes.
We're always searching for new instructors, whether it's for professional development, kids college, or a community enrichment class. If somebody feels they have the expertise or the knowledge in a specific hobby even, we would love to talk to them. They just need to give us a call and we'll see what we can work out.
Okay, so let's sort of get things really started. You guys have a packed fill January and February coming up. You have, we talk about a lot of different classes or courses that you take. And one of the great things is like you used to have your business over breakfast, and then you also have your lunch and learn. And actually you have a lunch and learn program that's coming right up actually tomorrow, correct?
Yes, correct. We partner with the Kansas Small Business Development Center and the Liberal Area Chamber of Commerce to bring a short seminar to provide, or people come and they can take that bit of information, whether they can use it professionally or personally. And we have four set up for this semester. And the one starting tomorrow it's right around the corner. People are going to be thinking about this because by January 31st, hopefully you'll be getting all the information you need to start preparing for your taxes. So we are working with Hay Rice and Associates, and they are going to give a short presentation tomorrow from 11:45 to 1. And really what it is, the first 15 minutes is get your lunch downstairs and bring it up to the conference room, and then visit, kind of network at your table. And it's not as before COVID kind of thing where we used to have like 4 to a table and you could talk to the business and see what's going on. It's pretty limited. We have social distancing, so there's 2 to a table, and you can at least visit with that business. And what a great way to share what's going on with your business, because word of mouth is really great in the community to say, hey, we're doing this new thing, or we have this great sale going on. And then you get this wonderful knowledge to see what you could do and use with that for your business. And it's only $15, Phil. A great way to just spend $15 to meet a new business and get some great information.
Okay, no, that's tomorrow. When's the deadline for that? I know that it should be pretty close already.
Yeah.
End of the day today.
Yes, I would say, so we can let Great Western Dining know how many are coming through. I would say no later than 3 today, so we can make sure she knows how many are going through the line and be prepared for us, and maintenance sets up carpet for us upstairs. And we do want to let everybody know we are still following the COVID guidelines, and masks are required on campus. So after they eat their lunch, they'll have to place their mask back on.
Okay, all right. So that's the first thing coming up. What else we got coming up?
This week I also have a defensive driving for truck drivers class. So if you're a truck driver and maybe you've taken the defensive driving class and you need to renew your certification, because it's like an every 2-year card. So if it's time for you to do that already, or maybe you haven't done it yet, what a great opportunity. But again, because of COVID, we partner with the truck driving school, and so they allow us so many spots to make sure we can get people in there in the industry. We're only allowed one this semester just because of the number of students they have in their program as well. So right now we have that spot available. So if you're interested, it's only $45, and it's from I believe 8 a.m. to noon. It's 4 hours. So that would save money on some insurance for businesses. But also, if it doesn't, it's just a great way for you to brush up on those skills when you're trying to make sure you're aware of your surroundings and being safe on the road.
Now, when we're done with that, do you get a certificate that you've signed up and completed the program?
Yes, they'll get a card from the National Safety Council saying they completed the 4-hour course.
Okay. And how long does it usually take if you need to keep on refreshing? Like, is it every 2 years?
Yes, it's every other year. So
okay.
if they knew they took it and they need to refresh it, just give us a shout. And if it doesn't work this time, we could let you know the dates that we have, because Michael's very good about scheduling a year out in advance, so we can let you know what available dates we do have for the year.
Okay. All right. What else?
I think, Sarah, am I still up next for this one? Because I know I have a CNA class coming up here next week.
Well, this Saturday, I have the, well, this Saturday and next Saturday, actually, the 23rd and the 30th, from 9 a.m. to noon, we have our ACT prep class. Tina Stuckey from the high school does a fabulous job teaching that class. We always try and get it, you know, just a couple weeks before the next ACT test, so that they don't forget it all before they take the test. But so this Saturday, she'll go over some test taking strategies, an overview of each section of the ACT, so they kind of know what to expect, and ways to best prepare for each of those sections. And then they'll come back on the 30th, the next Saturday, and they're going to do a timed practice test of each section. And then they'll grade them and kind of figure out what maybe they need to look at and the things that they should study before the test, and so that they can improve their score. The point of this class is to kind of help prepare them and really help them get the best score that they can, because those ACT scores often not only are they kind of the determining factor for admission to a lot of colleges, but they also are how a lot of students get scholarships. So you want to get the best score that you can, and we want to help you do that. So the class is only $15 for 6 hours of instruction and practice test. I mean, I think that is a fabulous opportunity for the kids in the area, not just Liberal High School, but any of the surrounding high school students that want to reach out and do that. I will say we are required for any students that are under 18, we have to have a parental consent form. So if somebody is wanting to take this class, they need to get a hold of us soon so that we can get them that consent form for their parents to fill out. It has to be signed in front of a notary, which Jennifer in our office is. She can do that for free, or they can do that elsewhere and then get it back to us. But we just want to make sure that they have enough time to get that taken care of before, because they can't just show up Saturday. We have to have all that stuff taken care of.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely invaluable, you know, a prep class over there, so that when they come in and take the exams, they know exactly what to expect and they sort of know what's going on. I think that, you know, way back in the day when I took it over there, was incredibly helpful. You sort of know what's going on. They tell you step by step. I'm sure Tina will go through the process of what to expect, what to see. And usually, as you know, they're different, but at the same time too, they're all the same, meaning that they're always going to be English. There's always going to be math. There always going to be certain problems over there. You just need to know how to do it. And I think that preparation and sort of a good calmness is definitely the way to go. And I think it's really important for parents to sort of see that, you know, I think that that's what you really need here, is that the parents need to sort of get the kids out. You know, we want to think that the kids are going to be worried about, but at the same time too, it'll be the parents that sort of know that these are important things. And I think that's certainly, this is going to be a well worth it course.
Absolutely. We know it's hard to schedule this class around all the different high school sporting events. And I know there's several teams that are going to be out of town this week for Liberal High School. So we may, if possible, we may try and schedule another one later in the semester. I don't know yet if that will happen, but we typically try and offer this at least once per semester. So.
Okay, what else?
Next week, Phil, we do have a certified nurse aide refresher course. So if you're a CNA that needs to renew your CNA, we have Norma Sanchez, who does the class for us. She's an excellent instructor. That'll start at 4 o'clock, and they will go over 18 skills, and they will have to be demonstrated in the classroom, and then she'll check off on them whether or not they have met her, like when they demonstrate them, if they were did well, then she'll sign off on those, and then we'll submit them to the state for their renewal. So if you're in that profession and you know you need to renew your CNA, please give us a call. We only can take 9 in that class, and I believe we're almost, we're at least halfway there. So some people usually wait till the day before, and I really encourage for a lot of our classes to try to get registered as soon as you know you need to take the class for your job, or if you're just interested in for a community enrichment course. And that class is $75, Phil.
Okay, and when is that again?
That is Wednesday, January 27th at 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I think our next class after that, is on the schedule is called Kindness Rock, hashtag Kindness Rocks. And we are having to reschedule that. That class was scheduled for January 30th, and it is now being moved to March 27th. But it's just a fun class. I don't know, people may or may not have heard of this kind of movement, but you come and you paint rocks with like fun designs or positive sayings, and then you put hashtag Kindness Rocks on the back, and then you kind of go hide them in the community for other people to find and brighten their day and spread a little positivity. And I think right now with COVID and still having to social distance, I think we can use all the positivity that we can get. So that is, we are still having it. It is just not going to be January 30th. It will be March 27th. Everything is provided for everyone, for the people taking that, and it's only $10. Okay. That class, I really just wanted to add that to the schedule for a little bit of a morale booster for the community. So I hope that some people will come and take that, and kids are welcome to take that class as well. We will again have to have that parental consent form filled out if a kid takes it under 18, but they're more than welcome to join us for that.
I told Sarah the neat thing was, Phil, I saw on Facebook one of my previous bosses who's in Manhattan, though, she put some Kindness Rocks that she found on her walk yesterday. So, I mean, it's something going around, and we definitely need some of that to just get us through this time right now. So I think that's a neat idea that she's offering this course.
And these are the kind of things that we're talking about in terms of community enrichment, personal stuff over there. You know, we talk a lot about, again, business and industry and learning about certain classes in career development or whatever. But this is kind of the fun stuff out over there that, you know, helps a lot of different people that we don't realize. You know, and like a little thing like this, you know, just by making these rocks itself, you know, it's kind of fulfilling for a lot of people. It gives them something to do, and at the same time too, now you can sort of just give, you know, put them out over there, and people can find them. And hopefully, you know, it'll, like you said, it's brighten up someone's day. It's sort of like, you know, a domino effect.
Right. And I have had people ask if they have to go hide them or if they can keep them. When you leave here, you can do whatever you want with your rocks. You can keep them, give them away, or you can hide them around town. Whatever works for you is fine with us.
All right, what else we got?
Your stencil class, I believe.
Yes. So that next Monday, February 1st, we had some people ask for a class, and they had bought a Qriket machine. I don't know if you know what that is, Phil.
Yep.
But they bought it, but they don't know how to use it. So Jessica Bonzel, who's super creative and just awesome. She's done some other classes for us. She is going to teach a class on how to make vinyl stencils with your Qriket machine. So like last semester, she taught a class on making a porch sign, like a wooden porch sign, and you spell like welcome or whatever, and you use the vinyl stencils to do things like that. So this machine helps you make those stencils. So to take this class, you do need to have a Qriket machine. You can borrow one. I talked to her about if maybe friends come, can 2 people use one Qriket machine? And she said she thought that would work time-wise, but no more than 2 people can be using the same machine or they will run out of time for the class. It is February 1st from 6 to 8 p.m. and $35. So they need to bring their machine and their Qriket tools, but we will provide all the vinyl for them.
Okay. And basically, for people who don't know what a Qriket machine is, basically it's a craft tool that basically cuts out stencils. You go over here and you load it into your computer, and basically you feed it into it, and you cut out circles, stars, stamps, letters, whatever.
Yes.
And so so that's really kind of the cool, neat things. I mean, it's been here for, I don't know, lasting a couple of decades at least, and then now it's just growing popularity a lot. So
and you can use the Qriket to make wooden signs, T-shirts, like lettering or designs on T-shirts. Norma Jean's daughter made some designs on jars, and they did what wasn't it hot chocolate that you guys did?
Yeah, it was hot chocolate, and says something more that warms the heart. We did that for Christmas and check them out to people. So yeah, you can do so many different things with the machine. So if you have one or if you don't, look it up. And it's a big thing right now. You see a lot of people wanting to make their own shirts and putting their own phrases on them.
Yeah, you can really do a lot with them. So if you don't have one and aren't sure you want to buy one, maybe you can find a friend that will let you borrow it for the class, or that will take the class with you and maybe learn some new tricks that they didn't already know as well.
Right, or if they're just even interested in just using a Qriket over there, I'm sure that they could probably look at it and watch and sort of just go, just go ahead and go through it and say, oh, it's a good way of money. So now you don't have to spend all the money to actually buy it. And it's like, no, I can't use it, don't know how to use it. So
yes.
This is actually probably a good workshop for that.
Yes, and like I said, Jessica Bonzel is the instructor for this class, and she's very patient. She's very creative, and she does a great job helping people through the process of whatever she's teaching. So they'll definitely leave that class knowing how to use that machine.
Okay, what's up?
Our next class will be Medic First Aid on February the 4th, and it's $59. Phil, none of us know when we'll be in that life or death situation where we may have to help somebody. And so what a great skill to have in case you may find yourself in that situation. A lot of businesses do send their employees to that because they would like them to have that certification. But even personally, if you've been thinking about, I want to make sure I'm aware of this. And I know Sherry and I, our instructor, visited because even with COVID, there's things to be aware of. And so she's been keeping up on some of that and changes and things that she needs to make sure she's implementing when she's teaching the course. So if you need to update your Medic First Aid, or if you have never done it and you want to, this is a great opportunity. This class is 6 hours. It starts at 9 a.m. and goes till 4 p.m. and it's located here at the Industrial Tech Campus.
Now, do you learn CPR in this as well?
Yes, we'll do the AED machine and then CPR and first aid. So those are the 3 things that will be covered in the course.
Okay, so this is absolutely the trio or the trinity of teaching things over there, using CPR, using the EDAD, and what was the other thing that was going to be done?
It's AED, CPR, and first aid. So
first
all
aid,
3,
okay.
Yep, all 3 will be covered in the 6-hour course, and then you will get your card emailed to you, and within, usually Jennifer inputs it. I think within that week they'll send it to you. So it is a virtual card that they do now.
And so the certification is great, that people, when you go in, you actually know what you're doing. And like you sort of said, life or death situations, something to even know, not necessarily even if you're, on the street and something happens, or a family member or whatever.
Your own family member, yes.
Yeah, we certainly need to know that kind of information. How many people room for how many people?
The max per instructor is at 12, and the classroom that we're in, that'll suffice too with social distancing, so 12.
Okay. Norma Jean, how long is that certification good for?
That one is an every other year card as well.
Okay, and what day is that?
That is Thursday, February the 4th, and it starts at 9 a.m. and it goes till 4. They'll get an hour lunch in between, and they'll get done by 4.
And you said $69, right?
$59.
$59, even cheaper. So for that person, you can't really put a price on knowledge of that. So I think that's again one of the good classes that people need to take. Okay, what else is coming up?
I have starting Monday, February 2nd, we have a personal finance series. It'll be 4 Mondays. There is a Monday in the middle, or there's a week in the middle that there won't be class. No class on February 16th, I think.
Yes, Pancake Day.
Yeah, and Justin Barnes from Edward Jones is teaching that class. This class can be taken here in person, or they can Zoom in if they would prefer to do that. He's great with that. I actually took this class last semester or last year sometime from Justin, and it was fabulous. You're going to learn about retirement. You're going to learn about budgeting. You're going to learn about investing. You'll even talk about your like savings plans. Your like a 529 for your children. Your healthcare plans. He'll even go over some of that. He just goes over everything. It's fantastic. He is great, easy to ask questions. No pressure to become a Edward Jones client, if anybody's worried about that. Like I said, he's just really fantastic about giving you the information you need and answering any questions you have. And I ask very specific questions, like, what if you're poor? What if you're broke and have nothing to invest? He said, you still need to be doing this, this, and this. Don't ever be embarrassed. If you don't think you have any money, you still need to be planning. So there, even if you don't think you're ready, this is a great class to take because it'll give you the tools that you need going forward. And it's $39 for a 4-week class. The class is 6 p.m. to 7:30 for 4 weeks. And like I said, you can come on campus, or we can Zoom. You can Zoom into this class.
So it's less than almost like $10 a class, basically.
Yeah, yeah, 100% worth it.
Mm-hmm. Now, will you know ahead of time if, for example, let's say now it's $39 no matter what. If you go to all 4, if you just go to one, but if there are classes that you sort of want to go to or don't want to go to, you can basically set it up, correct? And by that, I mean,
we'll send out the Zoom link. We'll also send out any handouts that he has. Whether you come to all 4 or not, we're going to send you that information. Mm-hmm. If you, for some reason, can't make one, but you have questions ahead of time, you can send that. Mm-hmm. He wants everybody in the class to have his contact information in case they have questions. He repeatedly told us, just email me or call me if you have questions. I want to make sure, you know, I'm not leaving anybody with any questions or something that they don't understand. So he's really accessible and good to work with like that.
Okay, so let's just back up just a little bit. You said that these will be Zoomed, and therefore the sessions will be recorded. So really, yes, there is no reason to just kind of miss this one way or the other. And actually, if, like I said before, if someone's just interested in retirement but doesn't care about anything else, that's fine too. But why, if you can get all of them at the same time at your convenience?
Yes, and all 4 weeks, he kind of covers. Like he might go back and talk about something that he's already talked about. He might reiterate a few things, which mm-hmm. I found helpful because maybe I didn't pick it up the first time, or I only got part of it. And I'm like, okay, now it makes sense to me. Now I'm digesting what you're telling me. So we can, if you miss one, we can send you the recording. Like I said, if you have questions ahead of time or after, you can contact me or him and we'll get you the answers that you need. He's just really good to work with. So.
Okay, great. What else do we have coming up?
That same week, I'm sorry, Norma Jean. That same week on Saturday, February 6th, we have our first concealed carry class of the week, of the semester. We have 3 concealed carry classes scheduled this semester because it's one of my most popular classes. It almost always fills up. I think we're about halfway filled up for that first class on February 6th. So that class is from 8 to 5. You will be in a classroom till noon. You will get an hour lunch on your own, come back, finish up in the classroom. You take a written test that he grades, and then he gives you paperwork, and we send stuff to the state so that they know you've taken it and you've passed. But then the last part of that class, you're out at the gun range, learning and practicing how to shoot your gun. So we tell you what to bring. You do need to bring a handgun. You do need to bring ammo. We don't want all that in the building. Some of that you need to leave in your car, but we give you all that information ahead of time. And the class is $100. And Braden Steckel is who the instructor is for that. He, if you don't know him, he is a firefighter for the county, and he does a great job teaching that.
Okay, and like you said, this is one of the really popular classes, isn't it? So I would suggest that people, if they're really interested in this first one, call up ASAP.
Yes. So I can go ahead and give you the other dates. So this first one is February 6th, and then we will also have one April 3rd and May 1st. Those are the 3 Saturdays that we have scheduled for Conceal Carry.
Okay, so what else do we have coming up in February?
In February, we had a visit one day by our president. He said, hey, I could do some leadership and management classes if you ever need them. Well, guess what? We scheduled him. So he is doing our leadership series this semester. The first one we're starting with is motivating employees. Especially right now during this time, I think a lot of us get down with COVID and what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. And I'm sure you see a lot of employees just kind of down. And so what a great opportunity to come, whether you're the person that needs motivation or you're the one giving the motivation. February 9th, we will be offering that class from 8 a.m. to noon. It's $65. And you'll hear from our own president, Brad Bennett, and he will share with you how to motivate your employee.
Okay. Now, Regina, is that the same thing that you did last year with the Kansas Leadership Program, or is this different?
It's kind of similar. We used Troy Unruh last semester and did a series with him, and those went really, really well. And Troy right now had to take some time off this semester. So when Brad told us, hey, I can do something for you. I think he tried to joke with Sarah when I wasn't here one day about she took me up. And I was like, don't tell me you want to do a class because I will sign you up, especially if you have the expertise. So we're excited to have him on board to teach for us.
Now, is this just a single class or is it like sort of like a series?
He's doing that one. And then the next month he'll be becoming an inclusive leader. And then he'll do one on specifically just leadership skills in the month of April. So we can definitely share that flyer with people, but he's going to be doing one every month up until April.
Okay. But these classes you register for separately. So you could choose just to take one or you can take all 3 of them.
Okay. So it's $69 per session?
It depends on the hours. That first one is $65. The other one is a full day, so it is $99. And then the other one is back to a regular $65 course that it's a half a day. So just the second one, which is a full day long, is $99.
Okay. All right. Okay, what else we have?
That same week, we have an OSHA 10 class. There's several industry partners that we know that either have to do OSHA 10 or OSHA 30. So if you're one of those companies that need to get that certification for your employees, we are having that come up on February 11th and 12th. Butch Garce is one of our, he actually is our machine tool instructor, but he was certified, I'm thinking like 4 or 5 years ago on OSHA 10. So he's been doing that for our students and any industry partners that need that. So I do want to mention, Phil, that some of these classes, even though they're on the schedule, we've actually taken some of these, like OSHA 10 in particular, out to the industry partners. So if you need the training on site because you can't bring out 8 or 10 people at once and you want us to go to your facility, we'll work with the company and our faculty member to take that training out to them. That was one of the things I forgot to mention is we do that, and we refer to it in our office as contract training. So anything that we offer in our office and you're like, hey, I like that QuickBooks training, or I like that Excel training, but we live in Ulysses, and it'd be beneficial for us if we could just do it here, then we will work with our faculty schedule to see what we can do and the business's schedule to get that training out there.
And that is absolutely fabulous because, you know, you're going out to the community and we talk about that. Instead of them coming up, we're trying to make it as flexible as we can and providing service to them. So we can come to you as well, as long as it's logistically possible.
Yeah.
You know, sure that, you know, we want to go to Vegas, so let's go out over there. But that doesn't happen. So,
and we'll have to do a couple of conversations. We've gone to Texas a little bit because it's a little closer in Oklahoma, but definitely we've been up to the furthest up to Garden. And so just kind of depending on what training is needed and if we can work it with our faculty schedule. And I don't think I've ever told anybody no, that our deans are very flexible too. If we can work it and get them out there, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely to know, again, laying out our business partners in industry, come on out over there, the community, let them know that we're there. We are working with you guys, and for them to come on out, and vice versa. If they need, you know, they need training to be up, we are more than happy to help them out if possible.
Yes.
Okay. What else we got going on?
Well, when they're done with their OSHA 10 training on Thursday the 11th, they can come over to the basic art of cookie decorating class. because we know they'll need some snacks by then.
Yeah.
This is probably, besides concealed carry, this is my other most popular class, is the cookie decorating. It fills up every single time we have it. We typically have it multiple times. So February 11th from 6 to 9, everything is provided. You just have to show up. It's $39. Julie Veenstra, she has her own business doing this called Ella Elaine's, if you want to follow her on Facebook or see some of her creations. She's fabulous. This class, the cookies will be Valentine's themed, since it's right before Valentine's Day. So she will teach you how to use royal icing, the right consistency you want for the frosting, how to put the frosting on, and then how to do the other decorating on top of that. And everybody gets to go home with 6 cookies, unless they've eaten some of them before they go home, which typically happens. But it's amazing. I love going to that class and seeing them make them and seeing the final products, because they're all making the same cookies with the same instruction, but they all turn out a little unique, and they always do so good. They always look amazing when they complete them. So I've taken the class. It's really fun. Again, we can have some kids in that class if a parent and child want to take that one together. We will also have a second one, I believe March 31st, that will be, I think Mother's Day, no, Easter themed cookies. And then we are working for next semester to have an advanced cookie decorating class, because we have a group of gals that take this class every single time we have it. So she decided we need to establish an advanced class for those ladies. So, or for anybody else that's taken it already but wants to learn a little bit further. So
how much is the class?
$39, 6 to 9. Again, you don't need to bring anything except for yourself. And I would bring your phone or your camera so you can take pictures of them before you eat them, so you have proof that you did awesome. But yeah, it's a really fun class. And
what day is that?
That is Thursday, February 11th, and the Easter themed one will be March 31st, but I don't know what day of the week that one is. I want to say it's a Wednesday.
It's not necessarily, we're looking at this as being individuals or just for women or just women kids, but, couples can go over here and do it as well. It's certainly Valentine's Day, and definitely something that can be a little, kind of romantic, right?
We have had men in this class, so everybody is welcome. It's just everybody that comes loves it. So
everyone loves cookies.
All ages, so it's a good one.
All right. Okay. What else do we have coming in February?
Another thing within the month time from today is we have a short seminar on sole proprietorship, LLC, or corporation. So if you're thinking of starting a business and you're not sure what entity should I file for when I'm going to open up my business, we're going to hear from a local attorney, Jim Dodge, is going to come and present and start that presentations from 8:15 to 9:30, and it's only $15. So if you're thinking about a business and you want to know, what do I need to do? What a great opportunity to hear from a lawyer. What are the different pros, cons, and what things would work best for you when you're looking to open up that business?
And what day is that again?
That is scheduled for February 18th, and it's from 8:15 to 9:30 in the morning.
Okay, and that day is a Thursday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Thursday morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
all right.
Jim also teaches our wills and estates class, which we do have later in this semester. But I have taken that class, and I can tell you, he also is a fantastic instructor. He really explains things and takes the time to answer all your questions. And I had a lot of questions, so he's great. If you take that class, you're going to learn a lot.
Okay, we have a bunch of more classes in February. We have a couple more. What do we got?
I have one other one.
I have one more too, and that's it. So I think we try to cover between what's today? Today the 19th. I told Sarah just go a month out. So mine for a month today would be Arc Flash, and that's another safety course. Tim Fowler's from the area, but he also does a lot of stuff in the Wichita area. He comes out and does our Arc Flash class every semester. So if you're an industry partner that needs Arc Flash, it's only $35. He brings out equipment. Some of it's hands-on. There's video. There's a lot of questions and answers. So we would love to have you on campus February 19th, and that one is from 9 to 11, and it's $35.
And my last class in February is, we used to have this and we haven't had it for a while, and we've had people wanting it. And so we're really excited to bring this back, but we are going to have the Welding Fundamentals class. This class will be Mondays, February 15th through March 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. One of our welding instructors here, Andrew Lackey, will be the instructor for that. In this Welding Fundamentals class, you will learn the safety of welding, the PPE, torch parts and uses, and you'll learn about MIG welding. This is basically the very basics of what you need to know. And you will do some hands-on, you will actually be welding in this class. The class is $100. And then later in the semester, we'll have another class that is the art of welding. And so you either need to have taken this class or already know how to weld. But that class, you'll get to bring your project idea and actually create whatever it is that you're wanting to create. And it'll be another 4-week class as well. So we're excited to be able to offer those again, have an instructor that could work it into their schedule. So.
Well, I guess once again, we see the diversity that business industry has from prep classes to community enrichment classes to safety classes, just sort of, without a doubt, a gamut of classes, and that just covers a lot of the community that people want. And I think that, again, just absolutely phenomenal that you have these different classes for these different people and trying to get all these interests out over there. And I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Well, I want to add that a lot of things that we do, Sarah's very good about putting on our social media pages, taking pictures. So you're just curious what do things look like. Visit our Facebook page and visit our Twitter page. I know we can't do as much on Twitter, but she at least tweets what we're doing. But Facebook, she puts a lot of the pictures. And we also have MailChimp where Sarah sends out a weekly reminder of what we're doing. That's one thing I don't like when I hear in the community is like, hey, we didn't know you offered that. So whatever way we can get that out there. I mean, we have a great PR department who gets information about us. Sarah does a great job. But if you also want to know on a weekly basis, Sarah does that weekly newsletter that goes out and lets people know too. So you don't have to always be on social media. You'll get that email reminder.
And
that's right.
So if you're on Facebook, you can sign up for that newsletter on our Facebook page. There's a tab. I think it's like up at the top of the page, it says other. And if you click that, there's a newsletter tab, and it'll take you straight to where you sign up, or you can call or email us and we will add you to the newsletter list so that you get those.
So speaking of which, what is your phone number? What is the email that you guys can reach at?
Our phone number is,
our office number is
we're both going to talk.
417-1170, 1170. And our email, if you use BNI, BANDI at SCCC.edu, that email will come to everybody in our office. So one of us will get back to you as soon as we can.
And also, they can also check out the Seward County Community College Facebook page, Twitter site, and Instagram. We do a lot of retweeting for these guys. If there is something going on, we certainly want the community to know. And as I said before, it's just a lot of different classes, a lot of different variety, a lot of different interests that that the community certainly should certainly get into. Just a lot of different classes. I'm sure that they wish that they could do more. It's different about finding time to do it, and we certainly know that there's a lot to do in Leadville where you know, people start saying, well, there's plenty, and this just adds to it. So once again, there is just so much going on right in through February. We will get together again beginning of next month. And you guys, I'm sure, will have a lot more other more classes going on. And again, thanks a lot. We really appreciate your time and effort. And anything else you guys want to add?
I want to say that, sorry, Norma Jean, with the social distancing, all of our classes have been cut in half, which means our classes fill up a lot quicker. So if there is a class of ours that you are interested in taking, please don't wait, because you may miss out on that class. It may fill up. We tend to wait till the last minute, and right now that we've had a lot of disappointed people because they call, you know, a day or two before the class and it's full. So if you have one you want to take, you need to get it with us and let us get you registered as soon as possible.
And Phil, as you mentioned, there's so many classes we have not mentioned. I can just think of topics off my head. There's art classes, computer classes, financial classes, as in QuickBooks. So if you want to know ahead before we get back on with Phil again, we definitely have a brochure that's available that we can email to you or mail to you, whichever you prefer, so you can look and plan in advance. We'd love to get that in your hands.
And one more thing that I didn't add that you guys sort of missed, but it's really important. You guys have classes in Spanish as well. And yes. A lot of those will be coming up later in the year, in the semester, but you guys do have like Excel classes in Spanish. You guys do have
this
some
semester,
other classes.
This semester we have, I think, 4 computer classes. We have an art class that I'm extremely excited about. And we have a real estate class, like if you're looking to buy or sell a house, everything you need to know. So those are the classes we have this semester in Spanish. We'd love to offer more. We need people to tell us what they want us to offer in Spanish. And if somebody wants to teach a class in Spanish, we would love to talk to them as well.
And definitely, you know, it's something that is definitely needed in the community. So, you know, again, being diverse, catering to the community that we have. And I think it's great. Look out for that. We'll, again, post those up and we'll get the information out if you need it.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.